I'm an addict for sneakers.
What's good, what's good? Back up in the building, youtube.com/the sneaker addict. I'll go by the name of DJ Dells. Brand new pickup. I got these at Lattice in California. Really excited about these sneakers. These are the Metallica Steve Caballero half cab van sneaker right here. Celebrating 20 years of Steve Caballero's half cab. Steve Caballero's first skateboard, I actually owned his skateboard, and I also owned Mike McGill's skateboard when they first released. I used to skate like crazy when I was a kid. That's why I still wear these kind of sneakers, because you know, I used to wear them back in the days. So yeah, I used to love the whole movement with the Bones Brigade, Search for Animal Chin. That's a classic movie right there. You should know about that movie, and if you don't know about that movie, then you should check it out because it's a classic. You've got Guerrero, you've got Tony Hawk, Lance Mountain, Mike McGill, and you've got Steve Caballero. I hope I didn't miss anyone out. I mean, there's a bunch of other people that were down with that crew, but those were like the main heads back in the days. Check out that movie if you're a new jack with skating and whatnot. You want to learn about back in the days. It's a classic movie. So we're talking about Steve Caballero. We got to talk about Metallica now. I grew up listening to Metallica. My next door neighbor put me on to Metallica when I was mad young. He played the guitar and he was in a band. He was a metalhead kind of dude. So when I was dumb young, I was already being put on to like Metallica at such a young age. Probably shouldn't have listened to them when I was that young. I was really young when I was listening to Metallica, especially Kill 'Em All, because you know, the first like 4 or 5 albums were so just crazy. It was really against the grain, and you know what I mean, just like fuck everyone. And if you have never heard that album, you should listen to it because it's sick. My favorite song on that album has got to be like Seek and Destroy. I also like Metal Militia. That was a sick one. No Remorse was ill. The Four Horsemen is like so classic. That's like one of the illest songs, Four Horsemen. I could just name all the songs. The whole album is dope. If you haven't heard the album, you should listen to it. It really set the bar up on music. It really changed the game as far as music when they came out. And I was a big fan of them, and I still am. But I kind of faded away from Metallica after the Black album. After that album, I really wasn't feeling like the Reloaded album. And then there was an album after that. I really started getting turned off by the newer music. But the newer album, The Death Magnet, was a dope album. I thought that album was sick. Kind of reminded me of the older stuff where there's a lot of progression on the music, where it would just keep switching up, and you know, it was very sick. As a band, they're incredible. I mean, those that know me well know I'm really big with music. You know, I'm a damn DJ, but I also like could play guitar. I've been in bands before. Like I'm a musical motherfucker. You know what I mean? There's no other way to put it, but I'm a musical motherfucker. But let's get into the review. Shout out to Metallica. I've seen them live like 4 times, and if you get the chance to see them live too, it's a crazy experience. As you can see, we got a dust bag here, real nice. So you got the half cap logo right there, and then you got the Kill 'Em All and Metallica logo right there. And let's get into the shoes. So on the shoe, you've got a real nice suede in black running across. Then you've got some canvas over here and wrapped around here. You got the half cab logo right there, and then you see on half it's got kind of like the text like on the Metallica logo and whatnot, like on the H and the F. Real dope. Then you got black laces. It comes with another set of black laces, which I like because, you know, it's a black shoe and it needs to stay black like this, but you know, the laces go after a while, and you could just switch them up and put another pair of black laces on it, and then you're good to go. You're rocking, especially the tips, and if you're skating on it, you know, they're gonna get fucked up after a while and ripped and shit. So, you know, it's just good that, you know, they come with another pair of black laces. And then you've got canvas on the tongue. It's got a nice fat tongue to it, and you got the Metallica logo here and the half cab logo right there with him doing the half cab. And then there's the back Vans Kill 'Em All logo right there, which is sick. I love that. This was a real crazy album. It sucks how music is nowadays. I feel really bad for the kids nowadays when I listen to the new music. It's so safe, and it's so not just rebellious and just crazy. I hope maybe someone young is listening to this that's inspired to become a musician and listens to this, and is inspired to put out some music that's a little against the grain and not so safe. Everything's so safe, and it's just not like when I was a kid. No one's trying to break any barriers or just putting out music that's representing, you know, youth. Just that I don't give a fuck music. Like, everything's way too safe lately, you know. And when I was growing up, it was not like that. The music I would play would make my parents go crazy. The music now that I hear, that shit ain't gonna. My parents like that. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, this is good. You know what I mean? Like, and this is a long time ago. So it's just a little something, maybe a little vlog. One thing I love about the sneaker right here, it says, those people who tell you not to take a chance, they are all missing on what life's about. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you know, go against the grain. Like, see how far you can go with stuff. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, you know, you'll end up breaking ground and doing something really dope, you know? Best part of the sneaker right here is the bottom. It's so sick. That's the cover of the album, basically. And also, I don't think I mentioned it, the whole history behind the half cab is that when Steve's first sneaker released, a lot of skaters were cutting the sneaker. They wanted it more of a lower sneak, so a lot of skaters were cutting the sneaker and taping it up with like duct tape or stickers and whatnot. So Steve started trying it out and ended up liking it too, and then they ended up releasing the sneaker. Instead of people cutting it up, they just released the sneaker like that in a lot of different colorways. There was only like 2 colorways at the time with his original sneaker, and then that's when they started switching up the colorways. Just a little info on the history behind the shoe right here. Let me show you what these look like on feet, and we'll be right back. Alright, so here's what they look like on feet. Leave your comments in the box. And share this video. Share it on your Facebook, your Twitter. And let me hit you with that. Burp, 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 bird's eye view. View, 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 view. Alright, so you saw what these look like on feet. Leave your comments in the box. Let me know what you think about this sneaker. Hit the thumbs up button if you love what I'm doing. Make sure to check out my blog, thesneakeraddict.com. That's my blog to keep you informed of what's hot in the sneaker world. Make sure to subscribe to my other channel, The Dells Show. You want to hear more vlogs about topics and whatnot? That's my new channel, The Dells Show, alright? YouTube.com/The Dells Show. I actually put a box right there, bang, you can just subscribe by clicking on that box right there if you like. And with that said, you know how we do. I'll be back real.